The Pikmin 4 demo has a lot of information. Let's go over every single detail I could find. Starting off with Olimar's ship. In the hub world area, you are actually able to see Olimar's ship, which has crashed. Now this is just off to where the ship is actually facing towards. It's a little bit difficult to see, but if you use the drone, you can fly over to it and see it in a lot of detail. Going on with Olimar, this tomato leaf guy is Olimar. This is pretty much 99% certain. With Olimar's notes, we can see that he mentions his dog's name is Moss. This is the dog you use when playing with Olimar at the start of the game. And when doing a Danduri battle against Tomato Man, if you defeat the green dog, he will call it Moss, pretty much confirming this is Olimar and his dog. Furthermore, you literally see Olimar turn a castaway into a leaf person, just like him. Additionally, if you read Olimar's notes, and there are many notes that he has, he mentions, what if he could get a leaf just like Moss or the Pikmin? So yeah, if you didn't know, this is Olimar, and the theories about him getting sucked up by the onion, like in the bad ending for the first game, are pretty much the case in Pikmin 4. Pikmin will sing songs when walking or moving. They will stop as soon as you stop moving, but one of the songs they sing is The Awakening Woods from Pikmin 2. And they also sing some other songs. There might be a few more, but these are the two I encountered during my playtime. On to some other Pikmin topics. The blue and yellow Pikmin onions are obtainable in the tutorial. The yellow onion is pretty simple. They are just off in a corner of the map and you just gotta bring them back to the ship. The blue onion is a little more complicated. You have to use Ochi to throw up ice Pikmin so you can have 20 at the top to move it, and then you have to take those ice Pikmin, refreeze the water, and then with Ochi and 10 Pikmin, you can bring it back to the ship. Assuming you have Ochi being able to carry 10 weight, of course. You can also use Ochi's Rush in order to push it through the water, but this is a little bit harder. The Piclopedia is available in the demo. The Piclopedia covers all 22 creatures that you are able to encounter in the demo. There are obviously more in the game, there's just 22 that you encounter in the demo. You can even enter the fight with creatures and essentially fight them with unlimited Pikmin. It's pretty cool. You get the Piclopedia from a castaway in a cave, just like the rest of the castaways. For me, this castaway was out of reach. From every single angle that I tried with yellow Pikmin, I couldn't reach him. But with some persistency, I was able to get 2 of them up there, and they were able to edge the castaway off of the edge, and then I could carry him back to the ship. You were also able to get the treasure hoard covering all treasures. This is from another castaway who was a little bit easier to get than the previously mentioned one. An interesting note is that if you collect the first treasures from the hub area, Shepard mentions that the AI appraisal system was developed with the help of someone. Now this could be the ship from Pikmin 2, or it could just be the castaway we just saved. We don't have much information yet, so either or is a valid option. Continuing on with more gameplay related details, caves are not random like they were in Pikmin 2. They are constant like the regular world, and everything you complete actually remains completed. Treasures you move also remain in the same location. Enemies do respawn, but they only appear to do so after one in-game day. An interesting side note is that Pikmin appear to respawn every single time you re-enter the cave, even after you've completed it. If this remains for the full game, it makes it an exceptional way of farming and gaining more Pikmin. On the topic of treasures and respawning, treasures that you move will remain in the same spot you move them to for at least 2 days and then reset. I've heard many people saying that the treasures you move in the overworld will remain there forever, but this isn't the case. In my playthrough, they actually went back to their original location after 2 days. Enemy corpses, on the other hand, don't appear to ever despawn the next day like they did in some of the previous games. The days we have to sample from is a bit small, but I'm guessing enemies take around 10 days for them to respawn. If you have missing Pikmin right before nightfall and you have absolutely no idea where they are, you can hop into a cave anytime before the 10-second countdown. Doing this will stop all above ground activities, and in doing so return all your Pikmin to you. Then once you leave the cave, you can just have all your Pikmin back. Speaking of days, you can extend the amount of days you can play the demo for, simply by not collecting 1,500 Sparklium. In doing this, you can also achieve 100% completion of the first area. The best method to do this is to get as close as you can to that 1500 sparklium, and then move all the treasures close to your ship. And on the final day, you finish the remaining caves and pick up the remaining treasures that are close to your landing site. Speaking of completing the first area, we are also able to see the name of the second area. And we can even see the landing location of what I assume is the third area, though there is no visible information on the name of this in the demo. The settings in the demo have a lot of information, particularly on Pikmin. Here you can learn a few things like glow Pikmin being immune to everything, purples having some resistance to wind and bubble attacks, and a few other things. It looks like glow Pikmin are going to be pretty overpowered. Speaking of overpowered, Ochi can reach insane strengths. He will have the ability to carry 100 weight. His rush, which is already broken if you have 40 Pikmin, and it's even more broken if you have 99 or 100, will be even more insane once you get it to max, because it has the ability to stun enemies. From what I've heard, Ochi learns how to swim on the 8th day, and an upgrade is the dive ability, which pretty much confirms that you'll be able to swim around in large underwater areas with your blue Pikmin. There are multiple upgrades and items. You'll be able to get resistances to all hazards for yourself and Ochi. You can increase your health and Ochi's. There are other items like the headlight and the drone, which are just helpful to have. The items include pick carrots, which stun enemies, ice bomb rocks, which can freeze enemies, and regular bomb rocks, which explode. The color you pick for your spacesuit dictates the color of your ship, the main ship, and the color of all crew members. Electricity actually does more than just stun Pikmin. The Pikmin will die after a period of time if not whistled. Ochi can also die. He can be revived if you bring him back to the ship. And if you're insane, you can cause a Pikmin extinction, where a single Pikmin will respawn the following day, just like in some of the previous games. Moving on to some information that pretty much everyone knows. Any Pikmin can dig up items completely buried. You can change the landing zone on the map. There are 33 blue, 33 red, and 33 yellow Pikmin you can find with Olimar at the very start of the game. Opening treasures in the treasure hoard can allow you to closer inspect them when you click on them. Ochi carries small items by swallowing them and then spitting them out. You should subscribe to Invisaron. The Pikmin count keeps increasing after you have the maximum number of Pikmin out. They just don't get spit out. You can actually punch, but you deal like no damage at all. If a castaway looks just like you, they will have this line of dialogue. And finally, you can keep playing on after your demo. Even if you've collected 1500 Sparklium, you just can't leave the hub area. But you can still look at all the Piclopedia, the treasure hoard, and talk to the crew members. That's every notable detail that I was able to find from the demo. Let me know if you found something else interesting. Until next time.